Hello from the beautiful Abu Dhabi. We are here in Al Emirats Park here in the UAE. Mind you, it is winter, but the temperature is great. Definitely feels like spring and summer vibes here. We are at Forbes Middle East 30 under 30 events.
Yeah, exactly. We're here to celebrate this nice weather and obviously celebrate new and young interpreters all over the Middle East who came here today and actually yesterday. So it's like 2 day event where young entrepreneurs, fundraisers, investors are coming to share their path, to share their ideas, their startups as well, and obviously to find the new connections.
Excellent. Yeah, the energy is very electric here. There's been a wide spectrum of entrepreneurs, business owners, CEOs, founders, co-founders, startups, very, very well-established companies who attended this event. Also, there are participants from all around the world. There is obviously a good concentration of people from the Middle East and MENA region, but we've seen people, coming down from different places, Germany, Switzerland, and then far beyond in Asia, in India and China. It's been great because we've heard some nice talks about people, startups particularly starting with teams of under 10 and then growing and expanding worldwide and making a team of 5,000 eventually. So everything has been great. So I have a question for you. Why actually in particular UAE? Why people are attracted, to coming down to UAE?
Just right now, we had a conversation with some startup from Germany who are actually looking to relocate to the UAE. And yeah, for so many years, UAE just keeping to be in the top of the list of the countries for the relocation. Why? It's amazing climates, nice energy and lifestyle. Now, it's a country that presents and provides everything and welcoming all the expats to come to the UAE. And obviously, the main reason is tax efficiency, and obviously how to set up business. It's so easy to set up over here business, to start something, to grow, to expand, to get a holding business whatsoever. It's very attractive for young entrepreneurs and like big corporations to come to move to the UAE.
That's amazing. I think one of the other key elements that also makes UAE special is the location. So geographically, it is the bridge between Europe and Asia, and a lot of companies kind of find their way easier. A lot of larger companies, I believe, do set up their main corporate offices, their main headquarters here, and it's kind of geographically accessible from one end of the world, be it Europe, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, and obviously from the other end, which is the MENA region, North Africa, Middle East, and the Far East and Central Asia. So that makes it quite special. In terms of taxation, I would like to ask, what are basically the advantages that UAE offers for businesses and also young entrepreneurs, individuals, and kind of digital nomads?
As I've mentioned, UAE is the top jurisdiction for tax planning purposes. Why? Because for many, many years, there is no personal income tax in the UAE. So this is one of the biggest attraction for young interpreters and not only for actually everyone. You'll want to live in a country where comparing to Germany, you'll not pay 45% of personal income tax because here it's zero. And obviously, for many years, for businesses, it's also a super great haven because there were till before 2023, there were no corporate tax as well. Currently, companies that have income more than 100,000 US dollars, they have to pay corporate tax of 9%. But still, 9% comparing to 25% that you might pay uh, in Portugal or Spain, it's still very nice.
That's very interesting. And also, it's good to know that even like corporate tax up until $100,000 is tax free. So if there are companies of the smaller sizes that still make that much money, they're also kind of getting the benefit of not paying any tax if their kind of profits are within the limits. That's really good to know. So in simple terms, how can actually someone relocate to the UAE, and what are the steps involved?
It's very easy. What you need to do first, you need to come to our website, Relocate.online. You need to drop us an email and say that you want to relocate to the UAE, and we will cover everything for you. But what most important, the steps are apart from meeting the right advisor, the right person who knows everything in the UAE, it's very important to understand the further steps. So to relocate, but to the UAE, it's most important to have either business over here. So first to set up business and get investor visa or to get um, entrepreneur visa, and after that move into the country. Or obviously you can invest in property and get golden visa over here. But when we're talking about business and business relocation to the UAE, it's important that everything can be done online. Everything can be done up to the point that you are actually moving to the UAE. So business setup is done online. Documents preparation, all the application forms, everything is done online. And you're just having particular date and time when you need to come to the UAE. You need to visit and make some medical tests, sign papers with the insurance company. And even though everything is covered and prepared for you, you just need to be in the particular time in special place. And that's it. Provide your passport, and you are having residential visa that allows you to stay here for 1-2 years, and later you can expand it and renew it as many times as you want. Obviously, what's important for young people and the family people, that they can bring their families with them. So that visa will also help, business visa will also help you to get your family with you and just fully relocate all together.
That's really excellent. It sounds very easy. And I believe it's a very good thing that everybody who actually comes and relocates to the UAE is properly vetted, being it medical examinations and also like businesses with their documentation. So they're kind of way well vetted. And I believe that creates a very safe environment in general for everybody who is relocating to here. And one of the good advantages that keeps coming up about UAE is just its safety. It's great. I mean, not talking about physically about the safe infrastructure for business relocation, but for physical relocation, people who are moving their businesses and their families or their employees, they are kind of rest assured that there is a big level of safety, security. The environment is very, kept really clean. Everything is going great here. And I believe also they're like in the list of pet-friendly countries as well, surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly, actually, the UAE is not only pet-friendly jurisdiction, it's a country that is super friendly for expats. So here you will never feel strange, or you'll never feel that you are a stranger in this country. So country is welcoming everyone, and the rights for everyone are equal. So you don't have here differentiation like where you are from. You're from Europe or you're from Asia, it doesn't matter. When you are coming to the UAE, you feel that you can find your home over here, your home base. This is the main idea of this country, to keep everyone like at home. And obviously, if you want to come here, you're coming here with your family, with your pets as well. And surprisingly, even though it's Islamic country, they allow dogs everywhere, almost everywhere. Let's say there are places special for dogs. Dogs are allowed to go to the parks. There are houses and communities where you can keep dog in the house. So it's a lot of veterinary clinics around.
The infrastructure is already there,
Very
and
nice.
are able. So a good plus as well is the fact that you just mentioned that individuals can exercise their regular freedoms as they would, in other countries, obviously within the laws and regulations of the local, but respecting local culture. But it's quite open, it's quite diverse, it's quite international, and that makes it quite attractive. And from what I've seen in the past few times that I've visited, the Emirates, things are, improving massively and are moving towards the right direction. I think something else that I've also spotted here is from the business side point of view, in different important critical industries like shipping, oil and gas, energy, and lately a lot's happening in the sustainability arena. United Arab Emirates is kind of moving forward into that direction. It makes a perfect hub for businesses who want to come and kind of connect to this great business ecosystem and network of, shipping industry, oil and gas industry, energy is quite big here. And now, the up and coming trendy environmental kind of stuff. So it is quite putting it in the spotlight there. So uh, my question is, which areas and sectors do you see kind of thriving and often coming like for the future of UAE? So which companies do you see uh, kind of fit to be relocating to the UAE to be part of this great future?
I think that all the companies can relocate to the UAE. This is a main point. This jurisdiction, this country allows everyone to come and to expand their business. So you can come here either to work on someone or you can come here and start your own business. It's super easy. And you can do, everything can be done within like 1 2 months top. But what most important that currently a lot of tech companies are coming, fintech companies, even if you are work in mindfulness and psychology, etc. You also can come here, create your business, and you definitely will find your customers because of the number and amount of people who are living here, different nationalities, different cultures, and everyone is so many expats. So this is the country where you definitely will find your customers, and same time you will find your suppliers, you will find your partners to be over here. And what was important that there is no particular niche or sector that is very important for the UAE. So obviously they're welcoming fintech companies, they're welcoming tech companies because of AI and all the tech technologies they're raising all over the world. But same time, you can have trading business. You can have I don't know, maybe not only oil and gas. It can be trading with of the wheat, or it can be some manufacturing of something. I actually had a client who was from Ukraine, and they were starting business of manufacturing bicycles in the UAE and selling them in MENA region, and they were selling it to Europe. But actually, also nice business you are finding because it's a hub, as you've mentioned. It's a hub where you can get everything from Asia, all the goods, all the products, everything can come easily come to Dubai and say or the UAE in general. And same time, you can use it in future for your product. So you can create here anything. It's super welcoming country.
That's great to know. So now let's move away from the kind of larger businesses and manufacturers and kind of bigger companies, a little bit down to kind of entrepreneurs and digital nomads. So what's kind of so special about UAE that attracts digital nomads, to come and relocate to Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
What's most attractive? Taxation. First of all, it's taxation because here you can save your taxes. Here you will not pay income tax. You will save your corporate tax if you want to start business. Obviously, you can just get be an investor and invest in other companies, and you will get investor visa that actually allows you just to stay, live, be a tax resident in the UAE. But no one, but it's not compulsory to have a company over here. You can just invest in other startups, and it's also very attractive because here is no capital gain tax. Here is no withholding tax on dividends. There is no tax on receiving dividends or any passive income. So this is the biggest attraction. And same time, for those digital nomads, they used to move. Like why they're nomads? Because they are moving. They're moving all the time from one place to another. And the UAE can be also one of the hubs where they can set up, create their economic, financial attraction to the country, and same time they can travel the world and just to spend couple months a year in the UAE and be a tax resident and use all the advantages of this tax system. And apart from taxation, I think that lifestyle, like it depends on the person. If someone looking for lifestyle, this fast-moving life, nightclubs, even nightclubs, yeah, this nightlife, uh, this entrepreneur's wife, as we are having here tonight. So in that case, yeah, Dubai and UAE it can be one of the best location. And obviously safe. You are safe here. No matter what you are doing, you feel safe.
That's pretty. I mean, getting back to that, about the lifestyle, we've had some questions from our followers there, and one that pops up here, which I'm going to answer, is about the difference. So the question asked is, what's the difference, in moving, relocating to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and kind of which one is better for relocation. I think, in my opinion, as you mentioned, Dubai is kind of very vibrant, is very lively. There's a lot happening. There's the nightlife element there, there's the entertainment element there, and the life is kind of very fast moving, and it's quite open and diverse with the expats. Whereas Abu Dhabi is a little bit more saturated with locals. There is also expat community there. It's an up and coming. They're doing some great projects. They're building the islands all around the kind of main region of mainland of Abu Dhabi. There's the Yas Island. There's the Saadiyat Island. Big projects being built there. Big entertainment hubs being built there. Lots of international kind of attraction to draw tourists and kind of mix that up a little bit and shake things up a little bit in Abu Dhabi. So Abu Dhabi is definitely up and coming. So for somebody who's looking to move here and kind of on the long run spend the next 5 to 10 years, it's a good starting point. Whereas Dubai is already kind of made the progress. It hasn't stopped. It's an ongoing thing, but it's Dubai is more kind of set up and ready for somebody just to come in and enjoy all the benefits. Whereas Abu Dhabi is more up and coming, and you would expect to see a lot of progress within the next 3 to 5 years or so. So that's one of the questions. I think our question that's very
Rico, I would love to add the following that when we're talking about where to go to Abu Dhabi or Dubai, everyone knows about Abu Dhabi and Dubai. It's up to you, like honestly, up to the person who would like to relocate. But never think that if your business is set up in some other part of the UAE, that you need to move in that part. This is very important. Why? Because Emirates, they have 7 Emirates. Yes, 7 Emirates and 50 plus free trade zones where actually we are setting up companies. And sometimes it's very often when someone is moving to Dubai, but the company is Ras Al Hama or Al Quwain, somewhere there, or Sharjah. They're very close to each other, but same time, it doesn't mean that they need to live in that particular free zone where the company is set up. So this is important. And obviously, it's very important to understand when we're talking about families relocation. So it's important to know like school or kindergartens if you have kids, where your kids gonna go. It's very important to understand the infrastructure. So when you are moving to some destination, you need to check everything. So everything should be perfect. In that case, you will feel very nice and comfortable in that country, in that city, let's say. And apart from what's very important, why people moving to the UAE, because of the language. There is no language barrier. So obviously everyone, like locals, they speak Arabic, but same time English is the common language and everyone speaks English. And even documents, when you are receiving documents, they are both in Arabic and in English. So you will not feel like in continental Europe, Germany, Spain, Italy, Portugal, where you need to know the local language. It's super important for you. So here, everything more open, and you can just know English, use English in a daily life, and you will get everything with the other people.
amazing. Okay, I think next question that keeps coming up as well, also for other locations, is a very cliche one, but I might just go over it. So the question that's been asked is how easy it is to open up bank accounts in the UAE, in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, and kind of what's the process that's involved.
Banking is the biggest challenge for all the jurisdictions, for each company. For it doesn't matter where you're from, you have a challenge to open bank account. But same time, it's easy when you know the entire process, when you know the right people, and when you have a good advisor who helps you with everything. So in terms of banking, there are a lot of local banks and international banks because UAE, in particular, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, it's a location where actually biggest banks are presented. It's HSBC Bank and others. They're presented in the UAE. So you can open bank account either in local bank or in international bank presented in the UAE. But what most important, that the whole process might take couple weeks. But we're talking about weeks that is taken by the bank. Your part as an entrepreneur or owner of the business is wants to come to the bank. just once. You need to come to the bank, provide your documents in person, describe your business idea. This is coming business. So describe what you're gonna do, like how you're gonna maintain your business for your clients, for your customers. So this is a standard process everywhere. KYC, know your client, and obviously banker will check all the information about you as a person, as an individual, and will initiate the process of the bank account opening. Once you have this initiation of the process, and all the bank details will come to like within 1-2 days max, and the rest is just the activation of the bank account, etc. So the process is quite fast, but don't expect that the moment that you start into the banker office, you are having open bank account. Apart from that, UAE allows and provides a lot of options with digital banking. So those banks, neo banks like Revolut and others, have similar. I'm not saying that Revolut has presented in the UAE, but similar payment institutions and neo banks, they are actually in the UAE. That actually make the process of bank account opening way faster, and you don't need to go and visit even bank office, because you can do everything in your phone, in your smartphone. And this is also what's attracting people. And we are talking here not only about individuals. We're talking here personal accounts. We're talking here also about corporate accounts. What's most important?
Excellent. That's really good to know. So another question that we have here is about advice on whether it's better to buy a property or rent a property in the UAE. And I think that's applicable with any other jurisdictions that you'd be relocating to. If you're very solid on your plan, I would advise to, if you really want to move in and you have a very solid plan laid out, and obviously you consulted with the experts in moving to that particular location, then you could start browsing about purchasing, your property. Because if you know you're going to be spending the next 5 to 10 years in a particular destination, you might as well just go ahead, do the investment initially, because you will also enjoy the gains. But if you are kind of unsure, or if you're a small business, digital nomad, or entrepreneur who hasn't got a large team, I would advise renting at first, maybe the first couple of years, maybe first year or the second year, just to get an idea about the areas, about the feel, which areas of that particular location that you're relocating to you would like to live in, if you're not set or unsure where you need to do that. And I think another great point that comes with that as well is that everything is ready. So you don't have to worry about setting up, getting furniture and all that. So once you kind of renting, everything is handed to you in a ready-made solution. You're just paying a monthly rent, which is obviously higher. You're not going to see that money because it's not invested in a property. But again, you get the ease and the peace of mind of being in a central location, as long as you choose a good location within the cities that you're relocating to. And that kind of makes your life much easier in the first couple of years without having to worry about, unnecessary things. And in general, I think another question we have here is, how long does it take to fully relocate to the UAE? So from the time that somebody makes that solid decision that they want to relocate, what's the time frames?
It can be depends. It depends actually on the client. It depends on someone who wants to relocate. It depends on his family condition. It depends on the country, etc. But roughly, we can say like 3-4 months is the time when you can actually move from your home destination or your current destination to the UAE. This is how it will take. Like all the processes, including banking, including business setup, find a property to rent for yourself and your family, everything all together. But what most important that company Relocate, we're providing all those services, and everything what you need to do, you just need to be informed all the time, because we're going to inform you on each step, on each stage of your relocation. And you just need to get ready, prepare your suitcases, pack yourself, and to be this destination when we will tell you to be. That's it.
So yeah, once again, one of the advantages of using Relocate Online is that we take away the hassle of you having to do a lot of research and, being bombarded and kind of overloaded with information about, your new jurisdictions that you want to move in, the all complex information about taxation laws and anything that's involved with relocation. So we take away the hassle for you, and things are done in a much easier and a fast-paced pace. Once again, you need to head down to Relocate.online, get in touch with us or drop us an email at hello@relocate.online. You can follow us on all social media platforms as well. You can follow us on all social media platforms as well. Get informed with the latest information on taxation and relocation. So we're going to move into kind of quick and fast QAs. There's some more questions to go through. There's a question that says, can I maintain my tax residency in UAE while also living in another country?
I wouldn't say that you can maintain your tax residency in the UAE while you're living abroad permanently, but I would say you can use UAE as a part of your actually residential structure. So within the year, we have 12 months, and to keep tax residency in the UAE, you need to stay here. You need to have obviously business to be set it up over here, and you need to stay just 3 months a year. It shouldn't be like from December until February. It can be any time during the year. You can come back and forth. But same time, what most important that you can stay and spend time in any different jurisdiction. But you need to understand and remember that you cannot stay and create any financial or any family connections with some other jurisdiction and stay there for more than 183 days, because 183 days are making you a tax resident of some other country. So everything what you need to do, you can spend minimum 90 days in the UAE, spend the rest of the time traveling, moving from one place to another, and yeah, you will keep and be tax resident of the UAE.
So, in a nutshell, you would describe it as if you were to describe it in one paragraph, very shortly. What would that be about keeping your tax residency in the UAE whilst also living in our country?
Stay minimum 30 days in the UAE and not to stay more than 183 days in any other country.
Excellent, and not create any financial routes in other countries to be considered tax resident. That's great. So, one final question, and I would need a short answer for this one as well. So, how does Dubai, Abu Dhabi, or UAE in general kind of compare to other taxation, countries, jurisdictions in general? So, how does it compare with other countries in the region or other tax-friendly countries?
Okay, I would say that it's quite difficult to compare because each country's jurisdiction for the relocation, like Cyprus, Malta, even Bahrain, Saudi, in many region, they have their own advantages for relocation. But UAE, again, UAE is super friendly for expats that you will not find it anywhere else. I've traveled a lot and I've been in different jurisdictions, different countries, and we are working with different kind of jurisdictions for the relocation. And the most important that main advantage is that you will feel here as you are welcomed. This is most important. And obviously taxation. But again, not everyone is looking for zero tax. There are cases where business demands to stay in Europe, for instance, or Asia, and the business owner needs to make a decision to move to that country to keep the residency of the business and be next to business. But same time, Dubai and UAE in general, it's very interesting jurisdiction, and I think it's gonna be very popular for many years. Many people, many interpreters will use it as a hub for location, for business setup, for maintenance of their property, investment, and whatsoever.
Excellent. That's good news. So, once again, follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and yeah, you can always go to Relocate Online, find all the relevant information about relocation, taxation, and kind of tax immigration and relocating to new destinations. And follow us for more information. We'll keep you up to date. Once again, thanks for watching from Forbes Middle East, 30 under 30 in Abu Dhabi.